feel like making some lo-fi today, so we're gonna do that from scratch. Let's get into it. All right, so I got a few sounds loaded up, just two pianos, basic pianos inside of Keyscape. We're using the softest preset, and then I have a rim, kick, hi-hat loop, and a bass brought up that I like to use in some of my lo-fi beats. So we're gonna be making a lo-fi beat from scratch, as mentioned. This one I want it to be kind of up-tempo, a little bit faster, not too dark, which is gonna be really cool. And then I'm gonna show you guys two great plugins by today's sponsor, Denise Audio. The first one being Bad Tape, which is honestly becoming one of my go-tos for lo-fi and detuning and adding different things. So it's a really cool plugin. And then we're gonna use Noise 2 by them as well to process our piano. So to start this off, I kind of have a chord progression in mind, and it's gonna go like this. So let's go ahead and record that. Let's see if I can get it right the first time. I always tend to mess up. Try to record it. Let's see. First time in history, baby. Let's go. I might need to strum these. Not sure if I want to yet, but let's bring these over here and let's see how this sounds. Actually, I think that came out pretty nice. I like the velocities on it. I'm gonna move this over a little bit. Sounds better. Let's add in the root notes lower, like this. Let's make these the same velocities though. Nice. And I would connect all these like this, but I actually like the spacing. It makes it feel more realistic. All right, so what I want to do from here is add in a few notes somewhere in here. Do something like that. That sounds cool. Maybe start one here. Let's see. Wrong note. I think these need to go over a little bit. Let's see. Let's go like this. Yeah, that sounds a lot better. Let's see. So we have just three basic chords, right? We added the lower octaves of the root notes, and then we added in a tiny melody here. I think I want to put another melody over here, probably use these same notes. Let's see. Somehow this is off. Let's move this over. All right, so this is sounding good. We added a quick little melody here and there, and then we have our three basic chords. So let's bring this over like this. And let's see, what I want to do is separate this and this so it's not kind of like a loop sounding. So I'll probably end up adding a little run of melodies at the end to kind of make it not sound like it's a whole 10-second loop. It kind of switches out at the end. So what we're gonna do is come over here and find a couple notes towards the end that will sound good. So let's go ahead and just loop this section here, and we'll probably try to go somewhere in between here. And let's just find some random notes that sound good. Let's see if we go down. I think I like that better. So let's go like that. That sounds good to me. I like this chord progression. Already sounds nice and lo-fi. Go back, and now let's come up with like a second melody for this. I like that. That sounds pretty cool. Let's see. Dum dum. That's nice. Let's record that. Let's put the metronome on. Let me give myself a count in so I don't mess this up. Something like that. like that. Let's make sure it's on time, a little bit off, which is cool. We want that, but not too much. Let's make this bigger. Bring this velocity down. Let's try to add in maybe another part. Maybe? I don't know. I kind of like that. That does sound pretty good. So now let's go ahead and process these. So let's go ahead and link these to their own tracks in here. I don't know if we should link them together or not. No, let's do it separate. So let's start off with this piano first. So like I said, we're going to get Denise Audio's Bad Tape, which is really dope, especially for lo-fi. See, watch how this already sounds. Let's take out squeal. So right out the box, it's already sounding cool, but let's back these off, and I'm going to show you guys how this works. So we have wow and shake, which are both going to be pitch automations. Wow is going to be a bit slower than shake when the automation is happening for the pitch. Then we have hiss, which introduces some white noise. We have squeal, which kind of represents like two tapes rubbing together, right, when they're spinning around, and we can actually speed that up and make it faster. So that's this sound that you're hearing. So we can actually speed that up, which is pretty cool. And then we have harm, which adds some bit crushing to it. Then we have input, obvious, the input of the gain that goes in. And then the mix knob, where we can blend the dry and wet signal back together. Then we have output. We have a color, which we can make brighter or darker. And then we have some saturation, and it's a nice tape saturation. So what we're gonna do is actually set this to 0. And let's go ahead and play this. And let's start to add in a little bit of this wow. See, that's a bit slower, right? Let's do shake. It's a little bit quicker, right? Here the automation is a little bit faster. The pitch automation is a little quicker. So let's add in some wow, a little bit of shake. Definitely gonna add in some white noise. The squeal I want kind of tucked in the back. Tiny bit of harm. Another cool thing is, I completely forgot to mention, is this detune feature. So watch what happens if we hold down the detune feature, and this would be really cool for like some type of automation. And then it speeds back up when you let it go. So this would be really cool to automate, but I'm not going to use it today. So let's go in here. I want to turn the mix up a little bit. I want the color a little bit darker. Saturate it. Speed, I want to bring it down just a tiny bit. All right, so I actually want to process these together. So I'm going to go ahead and link this one in here and get rid of it right here. And what I'm going to do is see how these sound together. So let's go ahead and adjust this a little bit more. I'm going to bring back the mix a little bit. Just put the speed back to 0. A little bit more saturation. Now that the melody's in, I think I like it a bit brighter. Let's bring up shake. Hiss a little louder, the squeal a little louder. All right, that's sounding good. I like how that sounds. So now let's get some drums going. Let's just put a 2-step on the hi-hat and put the rim here. Loop this on the hi-hat. Let's go into here. Let's shift it over. Give it a little bit of like a late feel. And then let's get the kick drum in. Let's see where we want this to lay out. For lo-fi, you kind of want to have that swing, not too many kicks, not too fast, kind of have like a chilled pace to it. So let's see. See, instead of like this, which actually that doesn't even sound too bad either, but you don't want to go crazy with it. I want to kind of have this like doom, da, doom, da. I like how that sounds. Let's go into the hi-hat, and I'm going to just do a little bit of velocity moves to it. Let's see, like this. Make it sound a little bit more real. Give it a little bit of swing. So boom, like this, like this. Let's bring this over, sounding good. All right, then we have to get this hi-hat loop in time. So let's go ahead and solo it. Put the metronome on and just mess with the time knob. It's a way I like to do it. Let's go ahead and see how this sounds with just the drums. I like that. Let's tuck it back a little bit more. Sounds really nice. Bring in our melodies, and then we got to get a bass line in. So let's go ahead into the piano roll. I'm going to just follow the bass that I already have for the piano. So let's make this real easy. Let's just follow along like this and then adjust as we see. So let's go Control A and then Alt L and bring this up. So let's see how this sounds, and then cut right here. Maybe go up one more. Oh, maybe we could do a little run right there. Maybe just one note. Let's cut here and cut here. Oh, I like how that sounds. That's tight. Bring the bass up there. Yeah, that's dope. And then let's go back into the keys and let's put Noise 2 on it. And I'm going to show you why Noise 2 is another great plugin by Denise. So with this, we could load in some white noise and affect it. We can control, you know, the shape of it here, high pass, low pass filter it, add some stereo width to it. And then we have different types of noise. But the really cool thing is this load sample, which is actually what we're going to utilize. So let me show you what this sounds like. Let me go ahead and take bad tape off, so that we just hear this, right? So let's bring in some noise. And what's cool is this adapt feature. As long as adapt is on, the noise will only play when something triggers it. So on this, it's triggering by the piano. So if I turn it off, it's just always white noise. But at the adapt button adapts to what it hears. So every time there's input, it's going to go ahead and play it. And then we can actually shape it here with this fall and rise. So let's go ahead and shape it a tiny bit. And then we'll go ahead and do a little bit of a low pass. Take out some of the highs. But now what we're going to do is actually change this from white noise to a sample. So you can use any sample you want. You can go outside, record something, bring it back in as an MP3 or a wave, and then load it in here. So anything you can think of, you can load into your samples. I'm going to go into their Berlin sample pack, and I'm going to just choose one. Let's see. Let's get Cafe 2. That one sounds cool. That'd be nice to have in the background. You see how it fades in and out because the adapt button? Dope. Let's turn on bad tape again. Oh, listen to that. That's crazy. Let's turn them both off. Just a piano, right? Now it sounds real lo-fi. Bring everything back in. Let's turn that noise up. That sounds crazy. It's so perfect. Let's turn them off again. It's bare. It adds so much to it. The noise plugin adding in that background ambience of the cafe, and then bad tape adding in all the great lo-fi effects that we need. It just sounds so nice. So in the description of this video, I will leave a link to both of those plugins, Bad Tape and Noise 2, great plugins by Denise. If you guys did like today's video, leave a thumbs up. You guys can follow me on all social medias at Lifestyle Did It. Make sure to hit my site, lifestyledidit.com, for everything else. Other than that, subscribe to your boy, push notifications. Thanks.